This is the forecast for the Newport Road races. They are on Saturday. Starts early in the day at 7:30. And, well, kind of like the Boston Marathon coming up on Monday, rain could be a little bit of a factor, especially early on in this race. So here's how the forecast breaks down on Saturday. 6:30 in the morning. You want to get there early, even though the marathon starts at 7:30, half marathon 7:45. 5Ks at 8 in the morning, but logistically, there's a shuttle involved, so you'll want to get there early, 6:30 in the morning. Try to stay dry with the temperature around 51. There will likely be some showers around. We'll talk more about the wind in the course flyover. It looks like a south to southwesterly wind for the race down in Newport. Now, at race start between around 7:30 and 8 o'clock, temperature is basically holding steady in the lower 50s, and showers are possible. It's not a guarantee it's going to be raining. It is likely, however, to be damp. There could be some drizzle, there could be some mist and some fog as well down in Newport, with temperatures running in the lower 50s. Same deal at around 10 o'clock in the morning, as some people are wrapping up the half marathon, and still plenty of marathoners out on the course at that point, and continuing until late in the morning and around midday. And even though the drizzle and threat of any showers goes away by midday, it will likely stay cloudy right through midday. Not bad news, actually, if you are running the marathon. You don't want that sun beating down on you, and the temperature should be comfortable, good for running at around 54 degrees. Let's talk about this course. The half marathon course is one of the most beautiful that you will ever run on. You start out on Memorial Boulevard. There's a slight uphill there at the start. The wind should not be a factor. You take this left-hand turn onto Annandale, and then it is a right after the first mile marker onto Narragansett. You are heading down toward King Park. You'll get a nice view of the Newport Bridge at this point, and then you are going to head out in the direction of Fort Adams State Park. Briefly, you're going to go into the entrance of it, run a little loop around it, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. They're pretty flat terrain, slight rolling hills here as you go from Harrison onto Ridge Road, getting to about 10 kilometers or about 6 miles in when you do get onto Ocean Drive. Now, at this point, you are going to be exposed to the wind. It will be out of the south-southwest, so at times it'll be in your face, at other times it'll be more of a crosswind. And as you can see, you wind around, so you might even catch a tailwind from time to time. It's mostly flat. As you get farther along Ocean Drive, you will start to hit a little more rolling terrain, and then there is a bit of a climb to take you back toward Bellevue, at which point you'll be taking a left, and at this point, you'll have a tailwind. You ride Bellevue for a little bit, past some of the mansions, take a right near Salve Regina, and you are going to be heading back in the direction of Annandale. There's the breakers right there. You'll notice that on your right. And the 12-mile marker is on Annandale, so you're just about done with that half marathon. A fast downhill finish right on to near the beach to wrap up that half marathon and hit the midway point of the marathon. You are going to take a right and head out toward Middletown, go up Tuckerman. That is a climb. But then it's downhill, taking you to Southwest Point Road, Second Beach, as so many of us know it. Again, a crosswind at this point out of the south-southwest. When you do turn around at the Wildlife Refuge, you will be getting a little bit more of a headwind here on the way back. It is mainly flat, of course, right along the beach. A right-hand turn onto Hanging Rock Road, and then it is going to be up to Indian Ave. Now, this is where the marathon may start to get a little difficult. You're into mile 20, 21, 22 at this point, and you have some rolling terrain that you are dealing with along Indian Ave. But a tailwind for the most part on your way out, somewhat of a headwind coming back, but at the same time, as you can see, there are some houses around and some trees around that are going to help to block that wind just a little bit, not as exposed as you would be once you get a little bit closer to the water, which will happen actually once you get back on to Hanging Rock Road. So rolling terrain might be enough to wake up your legs a little bit. There is one last big climb as you head back up in the general direction of Tuckerman, and that one comes right here. It's short and steep, so you'll make it up that, hit the peak at about mile 25, and then it is mainly downhill from there on out. Take you right back onto Memorial Boulevard and that great finish at Easton Beach. I do hope that the Newport Road races, whether you're running the marathon, the half marathon, or the 5K, go great for you. Again, a little bit wet early in the day, but overall, I would say not too bad weather for running. Have a great race.